Coach Brooks never seems to be out of control. He's always stoic, to the point, makes eye contact. Your dad, that I've known, Rows are fiery. How do you react to Coach Brooks where he may not raise his voice and still gets his point across?
Yeah, you can tell even if, we're getting out of control on the court, he keeps us calm and just explains to us, what he wants to see the next time we do it. And I really do appreciate that. It's easy to lose your cool sometimes as a coach, but I do appreciate his style of teaching.
How has your game changed, or how do you think it might change under this new situation?
You can tell we want to play fast-paced, which is how I like to play. We have a lot of three-point shooters too, which is exciting. That's how I like to play. Finding the open shot for somebody else. But I feel like with what Coach Brooks is doing, the style that he's teaching, I feel like I'm going to fit into it, and I'm super excited.
How does everybody gel so quickly? Is that easier or more difficult than it sounds?
Building chemistry is usually tough. It takes time, but I'll be honest, from our first practice, we've had fun, and you can tell everybody wants to see everybody else do good. So far, chemistry has not been a problem for us. You can tell we're just having fun, high-fiving, all smiles, so yeah.
Being the daughter of a coach and an uncle who coaches and everything, they always push you, you push yourself. What's the one area or two areas you must improve, you think, to get more playing time, to feel more confidence, what have you?
I would say confidence is a big thing, and I would say last year definitely helped with that. Coming in my freshman year, that was something I struggled with, and definitely got better at it last year, but there's still a lot of room for improvement there. And I think that'll come with, learning my teammates and them putting their trust in me. So, yeah, that's something that I'll be working on this year.
How's Steven doing?
He's doing good.
Oh, boy.
Always.
Thank you.
Hey, Cassidy, how you doing?
Doing good.
All right, so number one, obviously you're coming back into your third year.
Yeah.
And as you're talking about looking to improve your game, just kind of dive in specifically, is it the shooting, is it defense? Of course, probably all around is the real answer, but just if you had to pick one thing, what is it most that you would want to kind of key in on?
I would say when I've been going to the gym, working on my own, I get a lot of shots up. That's one thing that I'm looking to improve this year, three-point shooting, just all-around shooting. Been working on my jump shots, floaters. So that's one thing I'm looking to improve on this year. And
you were just talking about going to the gym. We see on social media you're a bit of a gym rat, in the nicest way I can say that, of course. Is there anyone else on this team that you've really noticed? You're like, I'm in the gym a lot, but so are they,
Yeah, honestly, very rarely do I come to the gym and not run into somebody else. Last night I came, Teonni was working, Saniah is always in the gym working, but it's really everybody, which is really exciting for me because you can tell everybody wants to get better and wants to do good for this team, so it's exciting.
And then obviously Coach Brooks comes in and he brings in his system, but you've been here at Kentucky for 3 years, and so there's a bit of a thing here about being at Kentucky that, have you kind of had to teach some of the maybe younger classmen, like, hey, this is something different about being at Kentucky?
Yeah, it's new to me because I'm the only Kentucky girl on the team, so I'm the only one that truly understands being from Kentucky. It just means more. But I would say as far as that goes, we're all kind of just learning from Coach Brooks. You can tell that he wants Kentucky to do good, and you can see it on his face that he loves the fans, he loves the atmosphere, and he just wants what's best for Kentucky. So we're all kind of learning together from him.
And then obviously when Coach Brooks was building the roster, there was a decision there like, hey, Cassidy, we want you here. Or was it more of a pitch like, hey, Coach Brooks, I want to play for you? Just kind of talk about that conversation and how you ended up back here. Of course, obviously you're a Kentucky girl, so you wanted to be here. But
definitely wanted to be here playing for my home state. Coach Brooks pretty much he laid it out for me. He laid out expectations. He told me it wasn't always going to be easy at times, but that's the way I like it, honestly. So I'm very thankful that he's given me the opportunity to continue playing for Kentucky.
And of course, being a Kentucky girl, you know how special Memorial Coliseum is. How excited are you for that?
Oh, I'm super excited, super excited. I had the opportunity to play my freshman year before it was renovated. So just being able to truly experience that change and get to play in the brand new gym this year, it's just such a blessing.
And then in practice, have you kind of noticed, anything like, oh my goodness, she's a good shooter, or, she can really do this well, anything of that sort?
I mean, we have a lot of three-point shooters. Like, when the guards will be shooting on one end, we very rarely miss 2 or 3 in a row. So I feel like it's going to be a good shooting year for us.
All right, so heading into year 3, you've made it known, really on social media and just in general, that you want this to be a really big for you production-wise, and even bigger year. Just kind of talk about what's your mentality been going into every single workout, every single practice?
1% better each day. Like I said, I want this to be a huge jump for me from my sophomore year, but just like I said, 1% better, just working on the little things, just getting in the gym more, getting more shots up, getting more efficient, working on my fatigue and my mental. Mental is a big part of the game, so just trying to work on that to elevate me as a player more.
And then obviously, as Kenny Brooks is putting this roster together, there was a conversation of, hey, either we want you back or you're like, hey, Coach Brooks, I want to play for you. Just either way, just kind of explain how that conversation went and why ultimately you decided to come back for another year.
Yeah, we had a talk. He told me what he thought I would fit the program, and I felt like I would fit the program as well. So that's kind of what that was. We just had a little conversation, and it worked. So, yeah.
And then I asked Cass this, because obviously she's in the gym a lot, and we see on social media you are too.
Yeah.
Just, is there anyone else that you've noticed on the team, and it may be everyone, that you've noticed is a real gym rat and is like, man, they're always working?
Yeah, obviously I would say everybody is. Like some days I would come in, it's an off day. Some days I'll come in, some people are in the gym working out. So yeah, everybody's putting the work in. To be a great team, you got to put the work in on off days. So yeah.
And then obviously, Coach Brooks, he's bringing in a new system, a new philosophy. But you've been here at Kentucky for 3 years, and there's kind of just some things about Kentucky that you can't really explain.
Yeah.
So, or I guess that you can't really replicate in a new system.
Yeah.
So, has there been a situation or been times where you and Cassidy, namely, have been like, hey guys, this is, it's different about being here. This is, something, kind of explaining something about being at UK?
Not really. I mean, as far as like trying to get them situated with where things are, maybe that's the only thing. But yeah, that's probably much it. Yeah.
And then, of course, how excited are you for the new Memorial Coliseum?
Very excited. I'm excited. See all the people in there. I feel like the fan base is going to be more people in the gym. So I'm excited for that. Really excited.
And then just practice in general, you guys have been working for about a month or two now. Just what have been your main takeaways from practice?
Just go hard. He is big on effort. Like, you can't teach effort. So that's a given. You either have it or you don't. So like, he's big on effort. And just, putting the work in, all that stuff. So that's what it really is.
It seems to be somewhat of the common answer. Would you say that effort and, bringing the intensity is really just a big part of his culture?
It is, yes. Because like I said, you can't teach that. So if somebody's willing to do that, then like, you gotta, but yeah, I feel like that's a big part of his talk.
Now, obviously, we know you can shoot the ball, but has there been anyone else in practice that you've been like, oh man, she can really shoot it too, or she can do this well, that kind of thing?
Deja, Lexi, pretty much everybody. He's big on, like, it's a three-point shooting team, so everybody has to be able to shoot the three. So yeah, everybody's been shooting the ball really well, really well.
And then obviously, whenever Coach Brooks put this roster together, he put it together as well as he can, and that resulted in really kind of a deep backcourt. It's going to be a lot of competition for minutes.
Yes.
Just kind of talk about that backcourt depth and how excited you are to compete.
Yeah, I'm excited to compete. SEC is not easy, so like, you got to be able to put the work in. It's going to be competing every day. Some days it's going to be a dogfight in practice, and that's what it's supposed to be. Like, it's supposed to prepare you for the game. So I'm excited.
Hearing the vision that they had for revitalizing this program and just the future, and knowing that it's like a now thing. Like, we're going to be good now. Just talking to them.
Is it something that you wanted to do, or come here and start a new tradition?
Yeah, I just wanted, going into the second time around my recruiting process with the transfer, was just, finding the best place for me as an individual, and just being able to grow and, be surrounded by like-minded people who also, want the same things and want to do great things here under his staff and just for the university. So that's the biggest thing.
What Coach Brooks been like so far?
Oh, he's been great. Really, hands-on, energetic. Really, just so he doesn't ask for too much. Pretty simple. Bring your effort, bring your energy, and the rest will come. We're all learning new things. Obviously, like learning his system and his ways of coaching along with his support staff as well. So they've all been amazing. He's been great, and it's been a really good experience so far.
What's the adjustment been like for you going from North Carolina to UK?
Yeah, it was. It's been a pretty good adjustment, pretty smooth. We work hard. I mean, that's not something that changes. So, just coming in here, I knew that was something that was going to happen. You were going to have to work hard day in and day out, and so the adjustment's been pretty smooth, and everything's been really good.
For people that haven't seen you play, how would you describe yourself as a player?
Yeah, I'm pretty versatile. Just a versatile player who does a little bit of everything, can defend, offensively, and defensively. Just do a lot of things. Rebound, step out, shoot, passing. Just someone who's all around and just versatile and works hard.
I think you ran track and field, right?
Yeah, a few years back.
How much did that help you in basketball, or did it contribute to what the player you are?
Yeah, so I did that. I high jumped and ran. So obviously that helped with your vertical explosiveness, stuff like that. So it was good. It was great.
Did you win any medals or state competitions in track and field?
Yes, I was 8th in the nation, I believe, my freshman year in high jump. Other than that, it was my last year doing it. So yeah, but yeah, that's about it. I did a few things.
So you did it and you went out in style.
Yeah. I had to narrow it down. Figure out basketball was something that I really wanted to do at that point. So I just had to focus in on that.
What's been your impressions of the team so far?
Oh, everybody's been great. Everybody's hard worker. We're all in the same, wavelength as a mindset, just wanting the same things for ourselves and with the team. Just we're here learning. Everybody on the team's been amazing, just hardworking and just great people to be around.
How exciting to be able to walk into a new renovated arena. Is that pretty exciting for you?
Oh yeah, it is super exciting. It's going to be gorgeous, and it's going to be even more exciting when we have people filling the stands. I mean, that's what it's about. Like, we're here working hard all summer and doing these things, and we can't wait to be in there and actually have games and see what this Kentucky crowd's like.
In North Carolina, you played in the old Carmichael.
Right.
Arena. That's where Michael Jordan played.
Right. Yeah.
And now you're coming back to play in this kind of historic arena. So you're
right.
Playing two well-known arenas.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm super excited. I am super excited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What was Brooks's final recruiting pitch to get you to commit to Kentucky?
Just really focused on the developmental piece. Just stating the vision he had for the team. Just saying that we can be good now. A lot of times the coaches take over programs. It's a few years to develop, but now, like he said, we can be good now, and I want you to be a part of that. And then it was the biggest thing, like just coming in. Obviously, I've played against him and his staff for a few years, so just also that helped. Just knowing how they were as people and their style of play.
What did you know about him when you got to play against him when you were at North Carolina?
Oh yeah, obviously their team was obviously super successful. They had the Final Four run. Obviously, Georgia and Clara, just seeing how they played, their style of play. So just knowing that they were hard workers, a really solid team. Just it was always a good game when we had them. So yeah.
Did having an All-American point guard on the roster help you in your decision?
Yeah, you always want to be surrounded by good people, great players, and just people with the same type of mindset as you. And I knew that coming here that would happen. So yeah.
Was the process of the actual recruiting process, was it easier this time around compared to high school, since you kind of already went through it, or was it just different entirely being in the portal in general, or what was that like for you?
Yeah, I would say it was a lot easier, just because you've been through it. So now I knew exactly like what I was looking for and things that I didn't necessarily want anymore. So it was a lot easier.
How tough has it been? Obviously, you've only had a month or so with all your new teammates, but new coach, new teammates, new place. How tough has that been for you, and how are you getting along with that?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't say it's been tough at all. It's been pretty smooth. Everybody's, like I said, on the same mindset, and so we're all just, going through together. Everybody's new, so I think that helps a lot. Just everybody's here to work hard, and we're all on the same page with that. So that's made everything really smooth. Just super excited, getting to know everyone and being here has been amazing so far.
How competitive is this group?
Oh yeah, we go at each other, so that's good. Everybody's working hard day in and out, even in the weight room, even with conditioning. Like there's never a dull moment. So it's been super good, super competitive.
You mentioned your ability to stretch the floor. How big of a part of your game is that, and is that something that you're really trying to work on going into this season?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Just being able to stretch the floor. Obviously, we have size, so getting in when I need to and stuff like that. Just being helpful to the team in every way. So just finding just working on becoming more well-rounded as a player. Just doing everything to help us get to where we want to be.
How have Cassidy and Saniah helped your transition to Kentucky with them being here the last 2 years?
Oh, they've been great. They've been around the area, so that's been super good. Just like, just ask them what's a good food place, stuff like that, or learning where the training room, stuff in the training room is, stuff like that. But even just being good teammates, they're great people, so it's been super good.
It's been your favorite team bonding moment so far?
We we went to karaoke this past weekend. That was pretty funny. We are not great singers, I'll tell you that, but it was super fun.
I was talking to Teonni. She said you all do karaoke a lot, or that's kind of something you all like to do?
Yeah. So we did karaoke, and then we have movie Mondays. We'll go see a movie or something.
Okay.
Just so we can hang out. Get to know each other. Obviously, we're all new to the area, so just finding new stuff to do. Even if that's just going shopping or something. Yeah. So it's been super cool.
Go-to karaoke song?
Oh, anything by Nicki Minaj or Beyonce. I honestly have no idea. Whatever, really. I'm not the best singer.
All right, so number one, I'm just going to get the super obvious question out of the way. I'm sure you knew this was coming at some point. Just what's it like playing for your dad at this level?
Yeah, so both my sisters played for my dad too as well. So I feel like he was able to figure out how to separate the two of being coach and dad. So I think over the years he's found a way really good of separating them. So it's not if I have a bad practice, it's I can still go talk to my dad afterwards, and he does a really good job of just keeping it calm.
And obviously no one knows your dad better than clearly. So has there been times when maybe here in practice he's trying to explain a new system or a concept and you've kind of had to stumble hey guys, this is what he's trying to say?
I would hand that one over to Georgia more. I would handle more of his behavior and the way that he tries to word stuff. That's more of my area. So yeah, his way of trying to do stuff, I would say it's more of mine.
And then of course I was just talking to Teonni and Tana about Memorial Coliseum. Just for you, how excited for you to see that finished product and compete in it?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super excited to see everyone in it. I know it's because I've seen, I didn't know what it looked like before, but obviously I've seen how it looks now, so I'm super excited to see the end product of how that looks.
And then lastly, just kind of being in practice, working with the team for a month or two now. Just what have been your biggest takeaways from making the transition here to Kentucky?
I would say that it's very impressive how well we all get along and how well it's been our chemistry has been so far, and that's something that I think is amazing that we've had. Yeah.
Anyone that you've noticed, maybe in particular, as you're man, she can really shoot the ball, or she really does this well?
I would say Georgia always is impressive to watch. Lexi's has been knocking it down too. And Claire has been stepping up big too.
Watching Georgia and Claire and everybody that came, jump ship here from Virginia Tech, what has it been like? Have you seen any changes really in their game, or has it kind of all been the same for you?
I've definitely seen improvement and more of a range of what they can do. I think also now they're getting more to play one-on-one together, so their chemistry is building, and I think that's really cool to see.
All right, thank you.
Well, take me through your decision to come here, coming from community college and making the leap. What was the whole decision process for you there?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, coming from a JUCO, obviously the real goal was to come Division I. So when Coach Brooks reached out and I got talking to the coaching staff and him, it was I just loved him as a person and the way he kind of develops his players. It was a very easy choice for me. Yeah.
Has he kind of been the same guy that you knew through the recruiting process, through practice and stuff so far? Or?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. He is very true to his word, so it was great to see.
What's kind of his style been so far, coaching style? What's he been like in that area?
I feel he's very tough loving. Obviously he cares about his players so much, and just on the court he expects the best. So that's kind of what I wanted. So it was great.
describe your game for us. What do you think you're going to bring to this team this year? What are kind of some of your strengths? And
I feel like definitely maybe like picking and popping, obviously been working on that in practice, and just being able to shoot the three consistently, and then obviously being able to play inside and out, and then just rebounding on both ends.
Having a guard like Georgia probably makes picking and popping a little bit easier. Was her coming here? Did that play into your decision as well?
It definitely did a little bit. Obviously, being able to play with such a great player like her, and just being able to, like, if they double her, she can find her players. So it was definitely a part.
2 Aussies on the same team too. Did you find a little bit more chemistry with her, with the style of play that you guys kind of grew up playing?
Yeah, obviously that bond is there coming from Australia. Like, we kind of know, like, the sort of, I guess, each other, like, we know about Australia, so it's kind of good to, like, be able to bond with her over that, and then just working on that connection on the court.
Did you not all know each other before coming here?
No, she is a little older than me, so I never really played against her, or I knew, like, I heard about her obviously from Australia, but I never really saw her or met her.
How long did you know Coach Brooks before coming here?
I would say maybe a couple of months. So he did reach out on my second year. So not too long, but when I was talking to him, I could definitely get the vibe that he was a very good person.
So did he recruit you both to Virginia Tech, and then when he left, recruit you to here?
Yeah, so he did recruit me to Virginia Tech. And then he told me that he was moving to Kentucky, and obviously it was a no-brainer. I wanted to go with him.
What was different about the pitch from Virginia Tech to Kentucky?
It was definitely the same sort of pitch. Like, he was saying that he wanted me to come and play with him. So he was saying that it was the same, like what he was saying about me going to Virginia Tech would be the same here. So I just loved him so much, and obviously the coaching staff, they were amazing. So
How much does Coach Rad play into all of this as well? What's your relationship like with her so far?
Yeah, obviously she was the first person to reach out to me, so she did play a massive role. And obviously on my visit to Virginia Tech, she was kind of always there and around. So and obviously her being an international as well, she kind of can relate to, like, being away from home.
How has that transition? I know you've been here for a few years now, but how has that transition been for you overall, just coming from Australia? Yeah,
it's been pretty easy, I would say. Like, my parents have been here a couple of times, and obviously it's good having, like, other internationals on here who can kind of relate. So just hanging out with all the girls and, like, everyone being so supportive, so it's been very easy.
What kind of excites you about this opportunity?
It excites me that, like, playing in the SEC, like, 'cause it's such a big conference, and, like, playing against the best players. So I'm very excited to kind of get in our first game and see what we can do.
Do you think there's any pressure maybe because of how much basketball means to this city, this community, this fan base?
I mean, I would say there's a little bit of pressure. Obviously, everyone's like, it's such a new team. Like, we're so excited to see what they can do. But I say we can handle it. So I'm just, excited to see everyone kind of connect and work together.
I hear there's a lot of karaoke going on.
Yes.
What's your favorite karaoke song? How's the team bonding been going so far?
Yeah, team bonding's been good. We all just get along, and it's amazing. And when we went to karaoke, me and Clara sang "Okay" by JT. I think everyone really liked it, so it was a good time.
So doing it again next week, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Gotcha.